Hello, this is John Squared, and today I will be reviewing MSI's relatively high-end gaming model, featuring an i7-7700HQ GTX 1070 and a high refresh screen, GE63VR 7RF Raider. First off, let's take a look at the form factor and the build quality. The laptop is 383 by 260 by 27.5mm, and the laptop itself weighs 2.3 kilograms. 2.3 kilograms is normal for gaming laptops, but due to the 230 watt power brick being 1.1 kilograms, it falls behind in portability. The overall build quality is nice. There is a bit of screen flex, but the keyboard deck and the bottom panel are very sturdy. The bezels are not too thin, but it's rather good for a gaming laptop. But the finish is susceptible to sweat and fingerprints, and the hinge is not one-hand openable. Next, let's take a look at the I/O. On the right, there is the power jack, 2 USB Type-A 3.0 port, and a full-size UHS 2 capable SD card reader. On the left, there is a Kensington lock, RJ45 Ethernet, HDMI and mini display port, 1 USB 3.0 Type-A, and 1 Type-C port, and also a separate mic and headphone jack. The connectivity is solid, but a Thunderbolt 3 connection would have been nice. The bottom panel has air intakes and the speaker grill, and when you open it, you can see the internals. Inside, there is an i7-7700HQ and a GTX 1070, 7 heat pipes and 2 fans. Under that, there are 2 SODIMM slots and 2 NVMe RAID capable M.2 bays, and a 2.5-inch bay is also included. The included drive is an NVMe, which is good, and there are a lot of storage options. Also, there are 2 massive speaker and woofer units down at the bottom. Due to the high TDP parts being used for performance, the 120Hz screen, and the rather small 51 Wh battery, the battery time is mediocre at best. It only manages to last 2 to 3 hours, so carrying the power brick is a must. The screen is a 1080p TN panel and is surprisingly good. With the 120Hz refresh rate and 3 millisecond response time, you can enjoy smooth and responsive gameplay. Also, the screen has a nice 1000:1 contrast and, most surprisingly, 94% DCI-P3 color gamut coverage, so it can display very saturated colors. However, it has narrow vertical viewing angles even for a TN panel, so the colors shift if you don't look at it head-on, and it lacks G-Sync. The color setting out in the box is inaccurate, with a color temperature of over 10,000 degrees and a very low gamma, making the screen look bluish and washed out. For those who want accurate and saturated colors, change the color setting to Office in the Dragon Center, or use the ICC profile in the description to calibrate the monitor. The keyboard is very nice. It has a full-size layout with numpads, and with 1.9mm of travel and nice feedback, it is very pleasant to type on. The noise is reasonable as well. The keys are individually lit RGBs and are fully configurable in the SteelSeries control panel. However, there are some anomalies to the layout, with the Windows key at the right and screen brightness and volume on the arrow keys, which may take some time getting used to. The trackpad is just fine. It is plastic with separate click buttons, the buttons feel nice, and the tracking is accurate, but due to the texture of the material, it can drag on your hands once they get sweaty. But this is not very important, as you will need a mouse for gaming anyways. Performance is the best part of this laptop, and it can use the i7-7700HQ and the GTX 1070 to its full extent. During all loads, the CPU maintains 3.4 GHz and the GPU never falls below 1600 MHz. The cooling is also good, with the CPU temps never rising over 85 degrees and the GPU over 80 degrees under gaming load. This laptop has excellent cooling but is on the loud side. While idling or during normal browsing, the fan never spins up too much and is very quiet. But under load, the fans ramp up very quickly and is rather loud. With the fan set to auto, it gets up to 52 decibels under gaming load and up to 54 decibels in worst case scenarios, so wearing a headphone is recommended. However, it must be taken into account that the ambient temperature is a rather high 26 degrees. The good thing is, however, since you have a lot of thermal headroom, you can tone down a fan a bit at the expense of thermals, or to improve both thermals and noise, you can stick an eraser or something to lift the laptop up a bit, and it will decrease your noise by a couple decibels and lower your temps too. There will be a noise test coming up. 30cm 정도에서 일반적으로 말하는 목소리의 크기입니다. This laptop has two massive tweeter and woofer units. Due to this, bass is one of the best in the category and the sound quality is superb. Out of the box, the speakers sound mediocre, but when set to music mode in the including dynamic audio, it comes to life. Boost up the bass a little bit and tone down the treble, the sound is amazing. One minor complaint is that since the speaker is down firing, the sound may change depending on the material that it's sitting on. Next, there will be a speaker test. In conclusion, the heavy power brick that comes with most gaming laptops and a relatively short battery time limits this laptop's portability, and the screen has poor viewing angles. However, this laptop offers the full performance of the 7700HQ and the 1070, the blazing response times and the smoothness of the 120Hz panel for a reasonable price, making it an excellent gaming machine. Also, the saturated and gray display, which you can get with a few tweaks, and one of the best keyboard and speakers will make this laptop a good choice for people wanting a good content consumption and gaming device. This was Drawn Squared, and thank you for watching.